Chuck is ready. Call this meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A roll call. Jeremiah.
Here.
Tom.
Here.
Tanya. Here. Linda's here. Chuck.
Here.
Lori. Here. And Lisa is excused. She called me this afternoon. So, present and accounted for. Take a look at your agenda, please. Anybody have any additions? Mr. Ludvigson?
I do. Thank you for explicitly asking. For the consent agenda, sorry, first, okay. For the new business, a 6% increase for head cooks, step 1 position, which would be $17.98. The union approved that after school today. And the story behind that is, and I didn't know if this would get approved, so that's why I haven't gotten an email, is that if you look in the contract, the head cook position in year 1 pays less than if they just started on the regular line. So this, I spoke with the union, simply puts it in line with the rest of the salary starts. And so my hope is that we mutually agree that that should be fixed, and then maybe we can hire a head cook.
That needs a board motion to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be
Consent
under
agenda.
new business.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that in consent agenda.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay, thank you.
But for consent agenda, add the resignation of Amanda Jornt, health aide. Those are my additions. Thank you, Danny.
I would need a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll make the motion.
Also Jeremiah. Lori? Is there any further discussion? Any further discussion? Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda. Anything anybody wants to pull out of there? No. I would entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll motion to accept.
Lori,
I'll second it.
Tom, any further discussions? Any further discussions? Any further discussions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. I guess we're down to reports and correspondence.
Linda, I just wanted to let you know that you guys have a new printout of the activities sheet
Got it.
because there was some kind of a glitch in the system and a couple of them had not some photos or whatever in it, so Sherry fixed them and I just made a corrected copy for all of you.
Yep. Thank you very much, ma'am. I think it had to do with girls' hockey.
It was girls hockey, yep, and it was something about the way the year-end closed or period closed or something like that, so we got fixed and she reprinted it, so.
Yeah. You guys are just efficient. Alrighty. You have a student? Yes. Not a regular student report though, right? Are you doing the student council? No.
Nope, for FFA.
FFA. Gotcha. Blaney Cheetah.
Yep. So I'm here for FFA, and I'm just here to talk about our national convention, which we just attended. 9 students from the LPGE FFA attended the convention, October 28th through November 1st. The students who attended were Kaylee Keene, Sierra Keene, Allison Scott, Chloe Ziggin, Jack Ziggin, Preston Wheelenberg, Aiden Cable, and myself. We loaded we all met at the truck stop in Sauk Center, and we all got on the bus with the upslut, and the chapters that were on the bus were Barnesville, Benson, Bryn, Evansville, Upsala, and us. We traveled to Toma, Wisconsin for where we had our driver swap. 54 students and advisors was the total on the bus. We only had 3 extra seats open for storage. We stopped about every 2.5 hours for bathroom and snacks. We stopped for a sit, and then before reaching the convention, Mr. Durstead and all the rest of the advisors went in and took attendance, grabbed our lanyards and whatnot. We drove to the hotel, we all unloaded, and then some of us found our way to the pools, others ordered food, and we just kind of had a slow, nice night just to welcome ourselves. Wednesday, we went to the convention center for our opening session. We walked through the merchandise mart, the booths, and where we could purchase just a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of different like boutiques and businesses that were there, like Caterpillar and John Deere and Case and stuff like that. Also at the career fair, there's hundreds of booths, and we all spent a lot of time looking at that. We all really enjoyed that. They had a bunch of free stuff, and we really learned a lot about all the different things that are in agriculture and not just your typical farming. We experienced everything from hydroponic plant. There was the laser machine for them to learn how to do welding on a thingy that's, I don't even really know the word for it. There's financial management and stuff, and then there was also talent shows going on throughout the whole thing, and the announcers were the winner was announced Saturday during the closing session. We got to tour a creamery where they showed how they grow their own vegetables. They make all their own milk and just do all the pasteurization and stuff there, and we got to kind of learn how all that was done. We went to an Ella Langley and Ernest concert one night, which we all enjoyed a lot. That was really hard to get tickets for, so we were lucky that we got them. There's only 17,000 members that were able to attend that. Thursday, we attended more sessions, workshops, and spent the evening at the Indy Scare Park, which is a haunted house. There's 3 different haunted houses that we went through. We went through a haunted trail. We got to talk to many different kids from different states and chapters while waiting in line, so it wasn't so boring waiting in all those lines. Friday, we went back to the convention center. We saw more workshops. And then we went to the rodeo, and the rodeo was a lot of fun. The rodeo clown was hilarious. We all got a good laugh out of him. We got to watch bull riding, bronc riding. There was a trick rider, and then there was a guy that brought in his horse. He gave a whole story on how, during a flood or a hurricane, they found this horse, and he had a bunch of animals on his back, and they were able to rescue all of them, and then he named them Bojangles, which if any of you been down south, that's a great restaurant that you don't just pass up. You got to stop there. The trip home was one that I don't think any of us will forget. We were looking to make it home early, which we would have been home by 9 o'clock, and then our transmission on the bus blew about an hour away from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So we ended up stopping at a gas station with a subway attached to it, and it was definitely a test to see how well we could all get along for a longer period of time stuck in a little space. But it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughter, people teaching each other how to play different card games, just talking and playing different games together. We had to wait about an hour and a half to 3 hours for a new bus to come pick us up. And once that bus got there, there was a lot of cheers and a lot of people that were way happy because we all wanted to get home. Our chapter had so much fun getting to know each other just a little bit better and getting to learn more about something that each and every one of us FFA members want to learn about, which is agriculture. And then over 650,000 members from 50 states and 3 territories were there to share that wonderful experience with us. We would all go back and do it all over again in a heartbeat with everything. We wouldn't change a thing. So thank you all for your time and providing us with the wonderful opportunity to learn more about being part of the FFA family. We all love it. We all love getting to do all the stuff with agriculture and we got to attend the 98th annual FFA convention, and that was a lot of fun, and we're hoping to do it for the 100th, so we'll need help with keeping that up so that we can still make that happen, and getting our younger kids wanting to do that too, so that we have a bunch of kids in it that we can bring next year. Or in the next 2 years. And then if you guys wanted to see any of like the fun things that we got to do, there's pictures from the rodeos and the concert and stuff. Those are all on our Facebook page. We're just likes to post a lot. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Glad we can make that work, Lainey. Glad we could make that work for you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Activities. Any questions for, she's gonna come and talk to us.
Yeah. Found out today I need to get approval for 5 different overnight stays. The first 2 are for girls hockey. November 28th, 29th, they go to Wyndham. And then January 23rd, 24th, they go up to International Falls for 2 games. And then varsity wrestling, the boys go to Wapaton December 5th and 6th. And then the girls have a tournament January 3rd at St. James. And then their section tournament is in Shakopee this year, February 6th and 7th. All rooms are paid for by a fundraising account or the wrestling club, so it's no expense on the school's budget. So I just need approval for those to happen. And that's, any other questions?
I think we would need any questions to ask her on that.
Kelsey, in the bills, I saw that there was a cost for the section soccer game. Is that reimbursed from the section?
Yep, and we already got that reimbursement back. I think it was $450, does that sound right, Jenny, that we got last week?
Or what was that?
For section soccer,
Yeah, I believe so.
yeah, $450 we get.
And then what are the Forms A and B for the state high school?
So Form A is based on like free and reduced lunch numbers, so we get a portion of that cut back to us based on the pot is broken up per whatever school applies for Form A, kind of, and just divvied out. So it's money back to the school district. And then Form B can be used towards like health, safety, and I think like leadership opportunities. So I put in there like refillment kits for the first aid kits, more medical tape, the concussion, the impact concussion stuff, and then all travel for the student leaderships to Staples and Wilmer coming up. And then that also covered the kids' registration fees for the leadership conference in Staples.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I'll move to approve her overnight request.
I'll second it.
It's a motion, Jeremiah is a second. Any further questions or discussion? Any further questions, discussion? Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Community Ed. Any questions for Mr. Evenson? No questions? Geez, Brad, you're good. Technology? Mitchell. So November 19th is coming soon.
For
Are you ready? It says you're gonna have that up by November 19th.
Skyward,
Uh-huh.
text you up now.
Woohoo,
Got it up early.
good,
Been working on setting it up, yes.
good. And the E-rate funding with $200,000 is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
We can't get that until next year.
Ooh,
We have to work on it this year. No,
That's
Gonna get
okay.
ready.
Let's make plans.
Mm-hmm.
other questions for Mitch? And I guess we get to skip the business manager, seeing as she is
I
not
can
well
fill in
tonight.
for it.
Okay,
Our audit wasn't ready tonight, and that's just because there was a few final figures that needed to be done, and a lot of that goes back to, I'm not sure if you guys remember when the county levied for the school-age childcare, it was supposed to be taken off, that's what we submitted, but there was a little bit more work to make sure that's all cleared out and done with after this audit. Spoke with the auditors, things are tracking to end in the green. And Sherry did a great job of the security training on November 3rd. We got a bunch of our different partners here to talk about the standard response protocols. And we did some work with open enrollment, and hopefully, I know that some sessions on that went long, but I'm hoping people got some really good information and got the benefits they wanted.
good. Any other questions? She's got the report in the board book for you, so. Principals. Anything to say? Gee, Linda, you look very nice tonight.
Very nice tonight, Linda.
Oh, well, since Ashley is here, and I would say, even if she weren't here, I thank her again for giving a speech during Veterans Day. It was, yeah, a lot of compliments, and hopefully she got them directly. I say, yeah, it was a little bit changed to add one of our own. And there's still a few of us that have served, so it's nice to hear from one of our own, so that's good. So thank you again, Ashley. You did a great job.
See, the Christmas concerts are all listed there, so that'll be a fun time coming up shortly. I can't believe it's almost December. Veterans Day programs were good?
They were excellent.
Good, good. Backpack Attack is Friday night if anybody wants to help.
Nope, it's
Next
next
Friday night.
Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday? Okay.
No, I'm sorry, it's a Tuesday. It's a
See, we're all
Tuesday.
confused. Okay, Tuesday.
Sorry. Yes, so the kids help with unloading the truck in the afternoon, then the Bolt kids help unload all the boxes of food and make them be single items. And then at 5 o'clock, people come and help bag it. So
It's a good deal.
it is a really good deal.
Any other questions for our principals? Did you get to volunteer at Meadow Place yet, Mr. Rude?
Got everybody's paperwork in, so we're hoping to get them over there this week.
Oh,
So,
another good thing for our kids to do.
yeah, I got excited after we got one guy from his folks over there, so I kind of felt myself, so that's good. I think it's gonna be a good thing.
It's amazing the kids do get into that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, then the board development, is that this thing? Yes. You have on the desk in front of you, this little booklet. It is the same people that are doing the leadership workshop that's going on now. They have a session for boards. It's a one session shot, 3 hours to get us talking and just an update on what boards do, how they work together, things like that. I think maybe we should do something like this. We haven't done a board retreat kind of thing in a lot of years. So if you want to read that through, any thoughts on that?
What time of the year are you thinking of doing this, like soon, or?
I think we can talk about that and figure out when we want to do it.
Okay.
Assuming the cost involved.
Certainly. $1,200.
For a 3-hour session.
And
time.
then there is support afterwards if we have further questions or more discussion needed or something, that's included in there.
Because I'd be for it if we have a unanimous, attendance, I should say, or if all seven members, agree to attend.
It would need to
and
be
wanted to
everybody,
attend.
otherwise the kind of workshop isn't successful, I don't think, unless we get buy-in from everybody, so.
I don't think it'd be bad for us to all get together. You know, learn a bit of communication skills or
I know, that's the kind of stuff that it's supposed to do.
build that teamwork and stuff.
We might even steal a sandwich or something in there, do the evening one.
For $1,200, I hope they give us a sandwich.
No, that would be our expense.
That's an addition, that's an add-on.
I would say that's an add-on. That should be under additional costs.
I'll bring a little brown bag.
Pack your lunch.
Subscription-based sandwiches.
There you go. Okay, then I'm guessing we would need a motion to do it and then to pay the $1,200.
Would we wanna do it, vote on it, say without Lisa here, or?
I would guess that depends on how fast we wanna get this started.
Cause I'm assuming that we have time, we don't have to set a date.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so then we should postpone that until, is that everybody thinking that way?
I agree.
Wait till we find out about Lisa.
I believe if we're gonna commit everybody to something.
We shouldn't
everybody
commit
should be
her
here.
without her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or it could be a punishment for not showing up.
There's that too.
There's two ways to look at this.
Okay,
To follow the Robert's Rules of Order, you should probably take a vote to postpone it to the next board meeting, since I wrote about that.
okay. Then I need a motion to postpone it till next meeting.
I would make, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'll motion to postpone it till next meeting.
I'll second it.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second to postpone till we talk to Lisa and get it done. Any discussion on that? Any further discussion?
I think it's a good idea. Good job bringing this to our attention, Dan.
Okay, one more time, any more discussion? That's okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, make sure it gets in the agenda next month.
Will do.
Okay, then the next one, just skip that.
No.
Recognition of all state school board member candidate Linda Goldman, which will be honored at the leadership conference at their luncheon. There's a 7-member board for 2026, and very own Linda Goldman is one of them.
It was and is an honor to even be nominated, and then to win it is kind of exciting.
I guess I could draw more attention to it and be like, should we make a motion on this to honor Linda?
Well, the picture's in the paper already, so.
That's great.
So anyway, that would be that. Thank you for supporting me that way.
I have some thank yous. Can I
Okay,
read them?
yes, you can do that.
This is for the Just for Kicks girls had a father-daughter dance about a month ago. And it kind of blew up like the last week, and we had about 250 people attend. And a lot of fathers and daughters were very appreciative and very excited. So I have a couple thank yous. This one is, now, if I get choked up, it's because people didn't realize what Brad did. This is for Brad and James. I just want to take a minute to say thank you so much for all your help during the daddy-daughter ball weekend. It would have never gone as smoothly as it did without all your help. I am one of the moms that's not from your district, and I was shocked to see you took so much time out of your weekend to run around and answer questions, carry things in for us, help us set up, and take down our decorations. It means a lot to have so much support. Brad was always a phone call away or in the school for anything we needed. The dance brought in a lot of people from a lot of different districts, and you both did a great job in representing the Long Prairie Grey Eagle School District and what it's all about. They should be proud to have you both on their roster. We are so grateful for you. Sincerely, Lacey Long. And I believe she's from the Bertha area. And then I have another one. I haven't read them yet, so. Oh, this is a long one. Mr. Evenson, the Long Prairie Just Forget Kicks ReliaQuest team would like to take the time to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all the extra time you spent helping us make our father-daughter ball a success. You went above and beyond what was expected, from giving up your whole Saturday by being at the school for our every beck and call from the morning when we got there, to staying until the very end to help us clean up and carry things out. We appreciate it more than you will ever know. Rumor has it that you also gave up your own special family time to stay at the school. Also, a big special thank you to the janitor that was on there to help us with all of our special needs and requests. We may have not been the most organized and changes were made as the morning went along, but you were there to make it happen. For that we say thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for helping us make our fundraising event a success. And these are the dancers that are for the girls' fundraising: Leah, Natalie, Jillian, Amelia, Carson, Judy, Bria, Brindley, and Callison. If you want to share them with names, I will give them to you. We went through 160 soft pretzels in an hour and a half.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was a little busy. But it was fun. Like, we had a dad that said, thank you for doing this. I needed a reason to spend time with my daughter
Oh, fun. That's
and bond with her.
Yep.
So
Cool.
I think they're gonna do it again next year, so. I know Jeremiah was there with his girls.
I was, it was a great event.
Could you tell we were a little unorganized?
I thought for what it was for the first year, you guys did a good job. I mean, you got everybody through the Grand March, everybody got some sort of food, so, I mean, for a first year event, I thought it went off pretty well, so. And I even commented on Brad that he was there, so. Cause I asked him, I was like, did they just set up a cot for you at the school?
Thank you for your part in that, Lori. I know you were kind of the head honcho there, so.
Well, not really, but.
Well, easy. All right, superintendent report.
So in the reports, there's detailed student enrollment projections broken out in different ways. My report there, the board minute, talks a little bit about Robert's Rules of Order. If there's any questions, I'd be more than happy to dig into any of the items. Gave that enrollment report at stakeholders and presented some information on the strategic plan, which we are putting together a survey for. Hopefully during the Christmas concerts, try to get like a baseline of where we're at now so we can adjust our goals to keep making progress.
Any questions for Mr. Ludvigson? A lot of stuff in there.
When we talk about open enrollment with students coming in and out of the district, I know the numbers kind of fluctuate a little bit and stuff like that. But does that take into account to the individual students that enroll here? Then we have a kind of a population here in town that kind of moves in and out pretty frequently. So when we look at those numbers, does that also take into account then the students that have came here but then leave and maybe like go down to Nebraska or something like that?
No, the open enrollment would be they reside in the Long Prairie District and then decide to go to like Osakis or Browardville.
Right.
On the Comprehensive Achievement and Civic Readiness Plan, there's a little thing there about the ins and outs, and that kind of gives the numbers of how that trend has been going. That one I gotten from the secretaries in the secondary and the elementary. That's not specifically on the enrollment report, because in the projection model that I worked on with Miller's, that wasn't like a specific measure on there, because like the students who are residents generate revenue even if they don't necessarily come here. Like it's like not as much obviously, but like on some of the formulas. So that number is every student that lives in the district. Open enroll in would be students that choose to go instead of Browerville, come to Long Prairie. Open enroll out is that they live in the Long Prairie School District and then they choose to go to a neighboring district.
Yep, sorry, I knew that, I just got my things mixed up there, but yes, okay.
Oh, perfectly fine, that one had a lot of different words on it and different things. Resident, open enrollment out, non-public, which would be like, or St. Mary's, St. John, Vianney. And like, an important thing to note for us is that like, our kindergarten group coming in, and our high school leaving out, it's important to remember that a lot of the students that do go to St. Mary's do join us at the secondary level. So that number usually ends up, we have those extra students, so like coming in and coming out is a little more complicated for us as far as if our enrollment's going up or down. I do think our growth at the beginning of the year is largely thanks to the apartments going up in town. And I know we have the pasta plant's going to make expansion and Land with Chambers working on some daycare stuff opening up. Hopefully that all goes through. And speaking with some of our local businesses, I think major hiring is like stable at the moment. So like I'm not expecting fluctuations, but you never know what will happen in the bigger scene of the world, so to speak.
The open enrollment numbers include those that would have attended St. Mary's but chose to open enroll rather than coming here, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure so. If there is a separate one for non-public too, and that would be like inter-district, but enrolled in St. Mary or St. John Vianney. And there would be some homeschool in that too.
And those numbers have been very similar over all these years. Since Grable joined here, it really has been about the same. As many.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them on the borders that
Well,
are much closer to others.
There's, in Gray Eagle, you got people that live 2 miles from Upsala. Why would they drive 16
Swanville.
miles this way?
Swanville and Melrose,
Same
not
thing.
very far out
Yeah.
there.
So,
Speaking of enrollment, we don't offer online enrollment, do we?
We don't. The ALC, which is through Freshwater,
Yeah.
there are some students that are enrolled in some online stuff through that as an option to alternative to regular enrollment, but we don't offer like an online school here.
Some districts do it, right?
Some districts
Like
do
one
now.
up the road, I heard that today, Managra somewhere up there, got as many as 200 people that are online enrolled from, some of them not even in the area, but a long ways away. So they get the money for that too.
Yeah, so schools, there's you can be an online district now and students can enroll in that, though like I believe that if you wanted to participate in like activities, then it would have to be in the district you're enrolled in, which like.
Not advocating, I just asked.
Oh, I know you're not advocating, but like, it's a new thing, like, I don't think we had to deal with that before COVID. And there's quite a bit of conversation in particular for alternative learning centers, the ALCs, because students they're students that choose to go that route, though there's a lot of question of like, is that effective? But, and I know there's other people that, we have people that do like homeschool and stuff that might choose to do like an online school. But so it's kind of a little bit new territory is all I meant. Interesting. Still kind of figuring out what that means in the grand scheme of things.
anything else for the superintendent? All right, we're into unfinished business then, about the calendar discussion.
Yep, and, this will probably be on the next one, but, just trying to get feedback, we're getting some surveys, and one of the big topics was, if we did like an evening parent-teacher conference followed by like a half day in the next morning, so that there would be more time slots for like in the fall. Kind of looking at, is it more effective to have parent-teacher conferences sooner, where they are later for both of them? And we've explored like, if we exchange possibly one of our in-service days for like a data day at the very end of the school year, and some of those sorts of things. So just wondering if there was any thoughts, or if you've gotten feedback, plan to work with the leadership team and then professional development committee to finalize our little survey we're working on, so we have that data when I bring back some drafts.
Well, I would think with the way parents all work, that some might enjoy having a morning session instead of both evenings. Because I know we've got a lot of mixed.
And I'd encourage you, like, if you're out talking, like, hey, if this was available, would you be somebody that would take it up on, if there was a morning time? We're mainly thinking about especially those ones that do like second shift, third shift stuff. I know it comes up a lot in surveys. I know several years back it was done that way, driven by one of the local businesses, and then like it kind of seemed like there was less of a need, but I know we have quite a few people on that. Second shift type stuff, and we're just hoping to get a higher percent of total parent involvement if we have this option.
I believe we did it back in grade when my kids were little. That it always was. I think it's worth talking about anyway.
Do you have numbers on what percent like were attended, conferences were attended? Do you have any kind of percent yet?
I was at about 85 or 86%, but I had a couple teachers that hadn't turned in their numbers yet, but that's where I was at this point.
Okay.
We have really good attendance, but we have heard that multiple times over the years, that it sure would be nice if we could not have to miss work, or if it's really late for families, things like that, so options are always good.
Okay.
Any other discussion on the calendar design? You guys are taking it off and gonna come back with us later.
Yeah, just figure it's worth, if anybody had any feedback on that since we're here. And then my goal is to the next meeting have like, here's the data, and here's some calendars, and this is our recommendation.
Sounds wonderful. Okay, new business then, donations.
One minute.
What?
Do you have any updates on negotiations for us?
What kind of updates?
I mean,
Yeah.
where are we at right at the moment? Are we waiting for, obviously waiting, but
Yeah, we met with the teachers and the custodial once, and we have a meeting planned at the end of November. I think it's a Monday, and then another 1 week later with custodial. Clerical, we haven't set up a meeting or with support. Our audit is getting done at the end of the week, so we're hoping to have better numbers there. And so we don't know where compensatory aid or compensatory is going to land. If it was outside of compensatory, I would expect our budget projections to be pretty reasonable. So that's something like, how conservative do we want to be? We probably won't have an answer to the compensatory if it'll be held harmless or not. Probably anytime soon.
Any more?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the donations, not as long a list, it's a good list. River of Life Church, gave $300 for the weight room fundraiser. Marilyn Erickson gave $25 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Judy Corwin gave $100 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Kathleen Benschoof gave $50 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Esther Tapley gave $50 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Star and Jim Carrere gave $20 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Anders and Marion Hornfeld gave $50 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Alvin and Barbara Amundson gave $30 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Nancy Olson and Lowell Edlund gave $25 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. David and Mary Green gave $25 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Gretchen Stein and David Wettergren gave $100 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Ruth Hagander gave $25 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Jean and William Knack gave $750 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Ann Flip gave $50 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. Carol Bowman and Carla Guyan gave $25 to the Bill Knack Memorial Scholarship. American Food Groups gave $1,500 to FFA. John and Leona McDermott gave $100 to the Kylie Goff Memorial Scholarship. And I will need a motion to accept the donations.
So moved that motion, Madam Chairman.
Tom, was that you?
Yes.
Second?
I'll second.
Chuck? Any questions, discussions? Any further discussion? Thank you very much to all the folks who donated. It's very much appreciated. Last chance for a discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We talked about the partner ed proposal already. You want to do the increase in the salary for that now?
Yeah, well, you could do the board meeting dates, they were attached. And
Yep.
it was just, it's the same scheme that we've used before. Jenny and I went through, if it landed on a holiday, the third Monday, then we scooted it down a month and went through the year that way. So since it's the same board in the new year, figured there wasn't really a reason to make people wonder when the January meeting's gonna be and whatnot.
We can change the date, right, if with 3 days notice,
If we have to, yeah.
like example,
Yeah.
for tonight.
This is like corresponding
We have
dates, so.
conflicting things going on.
Yeah, it can be changed, it's not set in stone.
Yeah.
I need a motion.
I'll motion to accept the meeting dates for 2026.
Lori made the motion.
I'll second.
Second. Any further discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, Mr. Ludwigson talked a little bit about the increase for the head cook position. It is kind of odd that the head cook makes less money than a substitute. So all this would do is to make so the head cook makes a little more money.
And what, I visited with the union and what this does is make the starting salary in line with how the increases you would expect to see with other steps, so. And that 6% would put it, which makes, would put it in line with what the other ones look like, so there's not such herky-jerky jumps in it.
It's hard to figure out how that got to be that in the first place. I'm sure that went through negotiations somewhere.
Probably just something like at some point in time where you raise other people around it and it happens.
Well, we didn't have a head cook, we had the,
Right.
It
was
probably
way
got
more
missed
now,
and
yeah.
nobody was affected at the time, so.
yeah.
Is there any back pay or when is this effective?
Oh, that's a very good question. I'd like the motion to be effective for this school year because that would be only fair to the person who is our head cook over at the high school, so that it's corrected for this school year. And then we'll get it into the, well, and then it go right into, then when negotiations are settled, then it would be wherever that is at.
So the high school has a head cook, the elementary does not currently.
Yes.
Okay.
And this has been a big problem in filling it.
Is this just for the starting pay or is this straight across the board?
Starting pay only.
Okay, so the one at the high school is above the starting
Oh,
pay grade,
yeah,
correct?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess, it wouldn't really affect them retroactively because they're not at the first step. So,
So there wouldn't be any back pay involved?
yeah. Cause it's just that first year that's out of whack, so thank you for that clarifying question.
Madam Chair, will you please read the proposed motion?
Okay, what he said before, it's a 6% increase to $17.98, I believe you said.
Yep, for step one, head cook. It's technically lane 3, but that's the only position that's paid for.
We want that this year.
Yes, for the 25-26 school year.
I'll make the motion as
Second.
presented.
Chuck made the motion and Lori did the second. Any more discussion on it?
And just, the union has voted to approve this, correct?
Yeah, and that's why it wasn't on the agenda prior, was because I was visiting with the union and they met after school. And if they had voted it down, there would have been no point to bring it. And that's, so, not to get anybody excited if it didn't fell through, so I just waited to see if the union would indeed be on board with making that adjustment.
Any more discussion? Any more discussion? One last time, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.